with my hair being below my face, I was going to start this off with a little punk rock, little, why do good girls like bad guys,
Yeah.
But genuinely, the only song that I could come up with and I couldn't get out of my head was, when I die young, bury me as I lay me down on a bed of roses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I guess you can turn that into, lay me down on a bed of roses.
I was just thinking of, and tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
That's a good one. Have you had In-N-Out yet since it came to Tennessee?
Yeah, I planned on it, but was told of how new it still was and was like, nah, I'm good.
Me and the lady were come back from picking her up, and we were hungry. And I found out that there's one just off the interstate. Like, legitimately, you take an exit, take
right there,
little roundabout, straight back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When I tell you, it is the utmost pure definition of middle of the road food.
It's been 16 years since I've had In-N-Out. So I was heading to Murfreesboro this past weekend, and I was like making plans with a friend, and we were like trying to figure out where we could go eat. And she was like, what do you think about In-N-Out? And I was like, well, like I said, it's been forever since I've been there. I don't remember how the food tastes. I want to try it again. She was like, yeah, they opened like a couple weeks ago. The line is still very long when you go. And I was like, maybe not.
Yeah, no, me and the lady got lucky because we pull in as someone right next to the door is pulling out. So we squeeze into that parking space, hop out the car, walk in. And honestly, like, it was packed.
Yeah.
But ordering at the counter and sitting in the back waiting for our food, 10 minutes.
See, we were planning on going on a Sunday, like right around the church crowd times.
I mean, usually those guys are at Mexican restaurants, though.
They weren't, because that's where we ended up going.
Fair. Well, dude, the burger looks so pretty, but as I took a bite into it, I was in tears because this had been hyped up my entire 24 years of living on this planet. When I tell you, it got put into Five Guys tiers. That's all I hear.
Yeah.
It's not even as good as Hardee's. I'm going to be honest. And legitimately, she told me to make sure I use this quote, so I got to use this quote.
Okay.
As we were getting back in the car, I was telling her all this. I was like, Californians have been hyping this up as, this is the be-all, end-all. This is where you go to get a... And she legit looked at me and she said, do they not have good burgers out there? It's like...
I think the other option is Shake Shack, I think is what it's called, or something like that.
They got Shake Shacks down here.
They do? Oh, I wouldn't know. Yeah. I haven't been, and I haven't really looked for it.
But the burger was completely mid. I would rather have a Hardee's burger, Five Guys burger, or Floyd's. The fries, I don't want to say they sucked, but they dude, she got the animal style fries. I was going to say, you gotta get them animal style. Yeah, no, everybody was hyped up the animal style loaded fries, whatever. I said that's their loaded fries. She said, bet. Bro, so the animal style fries, cheese, their burger sauce, and onions, basically, right? She don't like onions, so I got onions off of them. Okay. So it was house sauce and cheese. Bro, getting cheese on those fries is the same thing as getting cheese on your hash browns at Waffle House. They take a slice of American cheese, slap it on the fries, and melt it. Just a little bit. Like, what? And I know California people, if they ever see this clip, they're going to be like, oh, that's because you got a Tennessee version. Sure, you can have that caveat. But as of right now, I'm not only not impressed, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I was looking at Shake Shack locations, and I was looking confused for a second because it pulled up one in my town. It was a Steak and Shake that pulled up.
Yeah.
But there are some around you, so
Yeah, there's one. I know of one on Broadway. I also know of one in Murfreesboro.
There's one right outside of Antioch.
Yeah. It's fine. I've had Shake Shack once. It's fine.
I wouldn't know.
It's expensive.
I've been told it's expensive as shit.
It is expensive. If I want to spend that much money, I'd rather go to Five Guys. So, you know.
Fair.
Five Guys is ridiculous, though. Five Guys is ridiculous. If I want a burger, and I don't know if this is a chain that goes on everywhere, I know of one of them in Smyrna. It's Floyd's. Floyd's has the best burgers in Tennessee, period. At least from what I've tried. And I've had Pharmacy Burger. Like, I've had the burger places in Nashville that everybody points to. Floyd's has the best burgers in the state of Tennessee, in my opinion.
So I would have to respectfully disagree with you here. And I have to find out the name of the place that I'm thinking of because, Jack Brown's. That's probably the best burger I think I've had.
No. I've had Jack Brown's. I've had Jack Brown's in Murfreesboro. No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Really? That's an interesting take there because, I mean, I've even had what I would consider an unholy combination and it wasn't bad.
I forget which burger. I think I got what closest resembled a barbecue burger there. Didn't hit.
So the burger I had peanut butter on it. Yeah. Yeah, you would think, but it actually wasn't that bad. It was like not something I think I would want to order again, but it wasn't bad.
I do remember Jack Brown's has interesting combinations, and I think instead of fries, you get a bag of chips.
You get fries
with the burger, but isn't it the
Elvis bar? Is what it's called. Yeah, it's like a beer. It's a beer and burger joint, pretty much. So yeah, they got the burgers, and then they have a rotating selection of beers.
I will tell you, one thing that did get hyped up to me that I did try that I did absolutely love. When you get Chinese food, what are you usually getting? When you want a dinner combo from a Chinese place, what are you usually getting?
If it's not like hibachi, it's probably going to be something like General Tso chicken.
My lady gets the General Tso every time. General Tso is my go-to. I went back to sesame chicken for a little bit, but I recently tried boneless spare ribs with some fried rice.
Those aren't bad. There's a place down right down the street from me that has they have like to-go boxes that you can go up to the bar and you can fill a box and they weigh it for the price. I've gotten their ribs a couple times and I mean they weren't bad. It's just not my favorite, I don't think.
We went to a hot pot place for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Hated it.
Really?
Hated it. Spent $100. Hated it.
It is expensive.
Oh my god, dude! And that was our date night. That was our okay, we made it through December. Let's have a nice date. Trash.
You really didn't like it?
Hated it. And I did the grilled stuff. She did the soup, and she had a better time than
you
I
went
did.
to that one place. You had Korean barbecue, sir.
Yeah.
And she had hot pot. Yeah.
I picked that spot because you could do hot pot and Korean barbecue.
Yeah, I knew the place you were talking about.
Yeah, I like Korean barbecue, so that's why I picked it as the hot pot place we would go.
Yeah.
And we had a horrible, we did not like a single thing. Just the food wasn't good.
Really?
Yeah. For me, I can't speak for her, but we walked out the restaurant with the same mentality of that was overpriced and not worth it.
I wonder.
And on the big screen, they had the Titans get the shit kicked out of them. So that wasn't fun either.
I haven't been to that place specifically, so I don't know if it was just a bad thing, but I've really enjoyed hot pot the last, I think the 2 times I've ever gone, maybe 3 now.
We might try to go to just a strictly hot pot place in the future, because she does really enjoy the concept of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, I can say that any hot pot I've had has not been in Tennessee, so I don't know what those places are like. My mom, I think, went to that place in Murfreesboro that did both hot pot and Korean barbecue, and I think she keeps calling it K-pot, so I believe that might be the name of the place. And she said she loved it.
You know, people have different tastes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was just not your style. I mean, it's totally possible.
Maybe not. You know, maybe I don't want to pay $100.
I mean, the price is
just bring out raw meat. Maybe I'm one of those people where I'm like, why don't I just pay $100?
It's the novelty of it, especially since we're Americans. So the ability to cook your own food is really what you're going for, rather than the food itself.
I guess so. By the way, we were in the shower right before we laid in bed and she went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought we were all done and finished, right?
Yeah.
I thought we were done. She turned off the shower and she went, I said, what? She said, I didn't rinse my hair. So she turned back on the shower, but I already thought we were done. Okay? This is an explanation.
Uh-huh.
She grabbed the shower head and started, rinsing her hair out. It just loud ass fart. Dude, I dropped napalm gas in there. And she heard it and she was like, really? And then I paused and I was like, that one's bad. And she just, oh God.
Gosh.
I thought we was done. She started rinsing it out so fast. She said,
oh Lord, you have a habit of pissing her off or fucking with her just on accident sometimes, don't you?
She got payback though. I was brushing my teeth and I saw her walk around to my end of the bed and she just stood there for a second. And I was like, what are you doing? She said, nothing. And she started walking back. I was like, did you just shit over on my side of the bed? And she went, no. And I said, are you kidding me? Like, are you that petty right now?
She got you back good, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, bro. She said, no, you got to walk back over there.
I don't know if anything can pass up the scratch and accidental, hey, you're on my side of the bed.
Oh, yeah.
What just how that woke her up?
Dude, I wish I could have gotten a picture of her face. And what was the funniest shit about it was, like, she didn't say anything until after. And I didn't realize it. So all I saw was her going. I was like, I'm gonna take a shower and come to bed. And she went and just rolled over. Yeah, took a shower, laid down, thought everything was good. 2 minutes later, don't wipe your ball sweat on.
I'm not going to lie. If that was me, respectfully, I would have had to have thrown hands.
Obviously.
Yeah, no hate, no disrespect, just would have had to have thrown hands. Would have had to have happened.
It's disrespect because I disrespected you. If I'm wiping my ball sweat on you, that's disrespect.
But you didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like intentional disrespect. Of course, unintentional disrespect still exists, but like I would have had to have thrown hands. Would have had to.
But see, we do that. We do that shit. Like, we try to Dutch oven each other. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, that is your relationship. So you do what you got. You do what you do. Yeah. I don't.
It's funny though because I'll just like when we're cuddling, she likes to lay her head right here.
Uh-huh.
So she'll be laying, and I'll just start slowly pulling the covers up. No. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. Don't worry about it." And then I just kind of pin her head, and she goes, "No, no."
Oh no. No. No, please. Please, dear God. Don't do it.
But although, like, I love her. I love that she's as comfortable with me. But I swear to God, we'll be in the car, and I'll be like, what the fuck? And she's like, I'm sorry. I thought if I wouldn't say anything, you wouldn't notice. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, my God.
Look, nobody's going to question if you just cracked the window, you know?
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. We're talking about fart stories right now.
Oh, Lord. But, yeah, we are, aren't we?
Shower. Back in the shower. I'm like scrubbing my hair and I got my eyes closed. And I just hear her rip ass. Just simply rip ass. And she doesn't like me to acknowledge it. Says it makes her feel like less of a lady. So like I keep my eyes closed for another couple seconds before opening with full intention on not mentioning it. But I open my eyes to and I'm like, you can't make that face.
You can't like make a face and tell me to ignore it. I was already doing that, and then you made the face. Yeah, no. Y'all really do love each other.
Saying rip ass, by the way, I don't know why it's the funniest way to say fart. When I hear someone say, I thought he was about to rip ass, that's funny.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I've ever really heard it not associated with the fart, so that used to be the only way we said fart, like back in high school.
Rip ass?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know many other... She just says, you know, did you just shit yourself? I'm like, no. I heard you fart. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, but it doesn't smell different.
It does not smell different. That's fair. That's a fair comparison.
Yeah. You may be able to hear it, but you can't see it. You don't want to, really, I guess.
No, those silent ones that sneak up on you, put you in a chokehold.
Yeah, those are
That's
just...
right. Cry for your mama.
Cry for your mama.
Cry for your mama. I got the car back today.
Oh?
Yeah.
Good news?
Yeah. It's
okay.
Driving fine. Nerve-wracking because I was going 70 on the interstate. And I was like, well, if it does the same thing it's been doing, car's about to get fucked.
So all of that was your camshaft position sensor.
Update for anybody if you've been following continuity. If you haven't, here's a quick summary. My traction control was turning on and off all December. At the start of this year, it turned on and it turned off, would not turn back on, and was severely messing with the amount of power that the engine was getting. I feel like that's a good
into
way
the
to put
wheels,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So put it into the shop. First shop says it's a timing issue. We don't deal with that. We don't do anything with the engine. Take it to finish line. Promise they do good work. I said, bet. I pick it up. I take it to finish line. Finish line tells me that they have already done $1,000 worth of repairs, to which I'm going to go through the paper again to see what they did. $1,000 worth of repairs still have not fixed the timing issue. To fix the timing issue, it's a physical issue, and we're going to have to really take apart the valve covers, something I'm not mechanically
Yeah, they're going to have to
inclined.
open up the engine pretty much.
Yeah, and that's going to cost $3,100, and that could rise depending on what they have to do to fix the timing. I don't have that money. So what they tell me is, hey, temporarily, you'll be straight as long as you don't go over 40 miles an hour. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I get the car back, and I found out what it did at 40 miles an hour, and I hated every bit of it. The only way I can describe it is your car making a physical recreation of what it believes the human body goes through during a hiccup. Okay? Like it would, you know?
Yeah, okay.
A little over dramatic. You probably think a little over dramatic, but you get what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that feeling, yes.
For the next week, I kept it around 35 miles an hour, and every time it got near 40, let off the gas and just coast until it got under. Well, my grandfather texted me. He's like, yo, I know this auto shop in Mountain Juliet, Mike's Automotive. And I'm shouting them out. Great auto shop. If you're around Mountain Juliet, go see these guys. Phenomenal, right?
Heard.
But he says they do good work. Let's go get a quote from them. I'll take care of the diagnostic. I say, cool. I pull up there. I take my grandmother's car, which is another story about what my grandma's car was doing the past couple of days.
Heard.
But next day, my grandfather, or I think same day, my grandfather calls me and he's like, yeah, so they think it's just the camshaft sensor going bad. They're going to replace it, test it out, see if that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was. For now. Car, I drove from Mount Juliet to Nashville to Smyrna, pretty much 95% on the interstate. Traction control did not turn off once. And Z, when I tell you that if truly my problems, at least for now, are gone with this car, and it was a camshaft sensor issue, and not, which, by the way, the total was $333. If it was just that, and it might be a little steep for a camshaft sensor, you and Dalton told me it's a $20 part you can do yourself. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. Or the total, the diagnostic was 175, the actual work was 160. Whatever. If it was that, instead of the $3,100 Finish Line was going to charge me, plus whatever to really fix the timing of the engine, if this truly fixes it, I'm never pulling my car into Finish Line again. Like,
so
you're looking.
Yeah, I know I told you this on Snapchat when you told me this the first time, or at least the possible fix. I didn't hear back until just now, at least about, whether that actually did fix your car or not. But it's just so weird that the camshaft position sensor would have been the issue. Because, well, for one, when I say they overcharged you for like labor and parts, they honestly kind of did. And that is depending on where that is in your car. Because for my vehicle, the camshaft position sensor, I open up the hood. I think I disconnect a pipe from the air filter, and it's right there underneath it, which is all of 2 parts. I think one is a flathead screwdriver for the thing holding on the airflow pipe there, and then the other is the bolt needed to remove the sensor. But it's just so weird because I've never known the camshaft position sensor to cause like that kind of issue. Because everything that I looked up, like when I was dealing with it, was like all the issues that I was having when I had to change mine out. Because I also had a camshaft position sensor issue where like my car would crank and it wouldn't start. And I was thinking my battery was dead for like a hot minute, but I was like, it's cranking like perfectly fine. It just won't start. And that ended up being my issue, which is just like, I don't understand too much about that part specifically because, I mean, if it causes that issue, I just never knew about it.
Well, like I said, it's just been one day, and it's not like I haven't had a day before where the traction control did not turn off.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Fair.
But as of right now, it's fixed.
I'll take fixed over $3,100 bill. So again,
if I'll come back next week. If next week I haven't had a problem, then for sure that was the issue, right?
Yeah.
So I'll come back next week and I'll either retract my statements about Finish Line or double down on them because that's ridiculous if the case is what it's looking like it is.
Yeah, Finish Line also gets you with the diagnostic fees too, because like I don't know.
I told my lady it is Firestone levels of nonsense what they just tried to pull.
Yeah. Yeah.
And luckily, we're big enough not to be sued for defamation right now.
I mean, I've just not had a good experience with Firestone or Finish Line beyond getting my oil changed many years ago. And like that was it.
I told you in the parking lot of Finish Line, I was like, yeah, they do good work. The only thing is they really try to upsell you on like, oh, I noticed your car's this, and that. Mm-hmm. We could do that right now for this much. And you truly don't know if it really is as urgent as they're trying to make it seem, just to get that little bit more money off of you.
Yeah.
But usually they did good work. So they still do good work. I'm not saying they can't do good work, but like I'm really agitated. Because, I mean, wouldn't you be agitated if you just got told that, like, hey, it's bad enough to where you need to consider giving up your car to the credit company and getting a new car with a new, like, setting up this whole thing to get a new car when in actuality it was probably just a $300 fix. Overcharged, but you get my point.
Yes, I know what you mean. I mean, that's what was paid. So, yeah. It reminds me a lot of like Firestone specifically because I went there when I was originally having my coolant issues, and this was like just before I started really deciding to work on my car myself. And I went there and it was like, hey, I'm noticing this happen in my car, and from everything that I've seen, it usually should be something like this. Would you be able to check it out and confirm if that's true or not? And they were like, yeah, $225 for a diagnostic fee, though. I said, never mind. Nope. I'm good.
I said, I'm straight.
Yeah. And then I ended up finding the issue myself by looking at it. Because that's when I noticed the crack in my radiator that was leaking coolant.
Yeah. By the way, that clip of you holding up the radiator and saying, yeah, it's squirting a bunch of water out of right here. I don't know how I found it, but I found it. Look at him.
Yeah.
You just see the reflection of his eyes.
Yeah, I remember sending you video about that. And I don't know how I missed it for so long, but I think I found it when I was in the parking lot at FedEx, noticing like the actual heat levels in my car temp gauge just fluctuating like ridiculously, and I was like, there's got to be something going on. Yeah. And I saw that sitting in the parking lot, and I was like, well, I got to deal with that when I get home.
Yeah, my grandmother's car, I got it, and he handed me the keys, and he was like, by the way, we're gonna go to AutoZone. I said, why? So, oh, your grandmother's been complaining about some starting issues, so we're going to go test the battery. Tested the battery. Battery was bad, so we had to buy a new battery. $195.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like...
What car does she drive?
Nissan Versa, 2012 Nissan Versa.
What battery did you get?
I asked him. I was like... You go for the nice stuff, huh? He said, what do you mean? I said, $195? He was like, that's just how expensive batteries are. And I was like,
no, sir.
When I bought my battery for Lizzie, $90.
I bought my battery for Aloe, $80.
I was like, you must be getting, because there is the upper tier batteries that are more expensive.
Batteries that are expensive. Yes. My mom drives a 2012 Malibu. The battery for that one is $200, and that's the cheap end. Yeah.
Jesus, man.
That's because her car has the auto start stop thing when you're at like red lights and shit, and that is a special battery. So yeah. Well,
he said that, and I was like, you may have been upcharged, and then just got convinced that that's the regular price. But he replaced the battery, and all was fine and dandy until we stopped at In-N-Out. I got an In-N-Out, and the car wouldn't start. And I was like, oh, no. Don't tell me we're about to I have to get jumped in this In-N-Out parking lot. I popped the hood, opened the hood, prep it open, and I put my hands on the connectors as you get blinded by your computer.
Uh-huh.
I put my hands on the connectors. I just kind of like messed with them a little bit. Took my hands off. Lady started the car. Started up.
Mm-hmm.
Did the same thing this morning. Started up.
Yeah, sometimes I think it might be the cold also affecting that a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, good news and bad news. Good news, the batteries for that car are overpriced. But they are that expensive. Bad news, if you went to Advanced Auto Parts, it could have been $90.
Well, what is the difference in like quality? You know what I mean?
It's definitely like a generic one, but it's value battery is what it's called. So, I mean, it's probably not the best battery, but
yeah, this was a name brand Duralast battery.
Yeah, I'm looking at Duracell and Die Hard, and those are 119 and 164 inversed, I guess.
I do know of this one guy on TikTok who I've been following for a while. He'll buy cars that don't run for like $400 on Facebook Marketplace, and he will do his best to try to get it to run. He gets all his batteries from Walmart, and the Walmart batteries are like $50, $60.
Well, they that's where my mom also got her battery for her car, and it was the $200 price tag there. Yeah.
But I hear like, don't buy Walmart. You don't want a Walmart battery, and dude, just like it works.
I mean, yeah, I have a value brand battery in my car, and it's been running for the last 2 years.
I can't remember because my car is one of the cars where the engineers were like, because the goddamn battery is right in front of the front driver's side tire.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I remember specifically I bought the battery, full intention on doing it myself. I popped the hood and I go, where's the battery? And luckily there's two connectors.
Yeah, I was going to say, the cars
right
that have
above
the batteries
the
in the fucking weird spots have connectors that are right there, right open and available for you to jumpstart it.
Yeah, so at the very least they were like, okay, fine. We'll have something for them to jumpstart the fucking car with.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
But we crave to put the back. Isn't it like, I think I saw a video of a Chrysler 300 where the battery was in a weird fucking spot. It was in a weird spot.
Chrysler 300.
It just makes the car more expensive.
I feel like I know that car well enough, but I have to take a look at it again because... Was it a Chrysler 300? No, it was a Chrysler 200 that I had slight experience working on. Can I spell? There we go. I'm glad there's such a thing as autofill. From the looks of it, yeah, the battery is like in a weird location. It's like on the left side, like you're facing the car from the front there. It's on the left side of the engine, like the passenger side, which is not a usual place I've seen batteries.
Something regular folk and mechanics can agree. Some people who design and build these cars hate us.
Don't know what they're doing. Do you know any German engineered car?
Have you seen those ones where like the oil filter can't be pulled out properly because there's just a metal bar in the way? You're just like, what the fuck? Like it's a root. How do you do that over something that needs to be routinely changed?
Yeah, my previous roommate that recently moved out, his girlfriend drives a VW, or did. I think they have different cars now. But we were taking a look at her car because it was like leaking oil, and they wanted me to take a look at it, knowing that I, worked on my own car quite a bit. So I take a look at the car, and I see where the oil filter is, and I'm just like, how is one meant to get there? Like, you can go from underneath, but it's like, say for the top of the bottom of the engine here, the oil filter is like right here. Like usually it's down near the bottom by the oil pan, but this one, no, it was just up there. And I'm like, so you take all of this apart to get to that oil filter? And he's like, yeah, it's a day project whenever they change their oil. And I was like, could not be me. Could not be me.
I change the oil. I go to Valvoline and I pay $85 for them to change the oil.
I do the same thing.
I have no clue how much that would cost, and I would kill myself. Like now it makes me legit when I go buy a car, I want them to put it on a lift so I can walk under it. Just to make sure no bullshit like that is in the way.
I mean, I have an oil pan in my garage and I still won't change my own oil. I just don't feel like doing that. And it's just not cost effective if you're not a business doing it.
Yeah. I know how to change it.
Yeah.
And because my grandfather taught me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I know how to do it. So if I really need to do it, I can go do it.
Yeah.
But it's just easier to be like, okay, I saved up $85. I'm going to go get the oil changed. In and out 15 minutes, it's fine.
I literally get a coupon like every time I go. So I think my last oil change, I had a good one. It was like $45. And I was like, you know what? I'll take that any day. For 10 minutes sitting in my car, scrolling through my phone while they change the oil, I'll take it. Sure.
I should probably check the air filters. I think I need to replace my cabin air filter. Like now.
I think mine would have needed to be changed years ago. I should probably take a look at that.
When they told me like you should change your cabin air filter, I thought back, I was like, I never changed the cabin air filter on my Murano ever.
I never thought about it because, I mean, nothing's ever smelled weird. I don't think I've felt weird from doing that or not having it changed. No. My air has not worked bad. It's been fine. So, I mean, I've just never been on top of my head.
The most outrageous thing I ever did to a car is change out the blower motor. Have you ever changed out a blower motor?
No, but I've been told it's kind of a bitch to do.
Yes, because you were in a cave diving position. I am a 6'5", 400-pound dude, and I had to go completely vertical upside down in my passenger seat and then unscrew 3 screws and then unplug the wire connection that hasn't been unplugged since the car was built. Then
so that was tight, wasn't it?
I legit
don't no.
I legit, dude, I pulled that thing out, but I was like, I pulled it out. I went inside. I was like, it didn't beat me. I got it. And my lady was like, yeah, now you have to go put the new one in. I said, yeah, let me go do that.
And walked away crying. No, my friend, she had something going on with her air, and the possible solution was switching out the blower motor. But in her car, you have to take apart the dashboard to do that.
Yeah, my grandfather's truck is the same way.
Yeah, no, I ain't finna do that. And I know in my car, I think I would also need to take apart my dashboard. I'm just good. I'm good.
He's just gonna do without air.
I will roll my windows down, or I will freeze. I mean, I went 2 winters without heat, so.
Yeah, we're going through this winter without heat. When we had our grandmother's car, we were like, it's so nice to have heat in the car. So nice.
Yeah. I wonder what could help with your heat issue.
It's just taking a look to see what's wrong with the thermostat. My theory right now is the guy who replaced the housing unit didn't do it properly. Or
I remember that being part of the issue, the housing unit that it was sold, it crumbled in their hands or something.
What pissed me off, okay? So I was having this coolant issue, right? Mm-hmm. Where it was inconsistent.
Yes.
And he said when he went to go look at it, he did see the coolant was leaking. and there was a crack in the housing unit. And he said that if he took it off, the housing unit would just crumble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I pulled up with a brand new housing unit to replace it, and he pulled it out and like held it up and see the crack was it was somewhere. You're gonna tell me it was somewhere? You said this thing would fall apart if you pulled it out, and you can't find whatever. He replaced it, and I haven't had the same issue. So maybe that was it, and he just couldn't find the crack, and he was overselling how bad it was. My issue is, most cars have one thermostat. Lizzie has two. So I don't know if he put both thermostats in.
That'll do it. The thermostat. Cars are so fucking weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, my whole coolant issue shouldn't have messed with the heat, but apparently the heating system is tied to the coolant system, which I learned of during that time.
I felt intelligent. I felt like a real man because my little sister got a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And her uncle's on some shit because he's the one that gave her the car, and like the tires were almost bald. The oil needed to be changed immediately. The coolant wasn't filled up. The wiper fluid wasn't filled up. And I'm like, these are basic things that you make sure are done when you give a car to your niece. I feel like that's kosher, right?
The car was given to her in that condition?
Yeah. Oh, well, not given to her. She had to pay monthly for it.
But she got the car in that condition?
From a family member.
Why?
A family member that's well off, by the way.
Why would... Okay, sure.
Which, I got a story about that, but the air wasn't working. Like, it just wasn't working. And I said, well, did y'all check the coolant? And they said, what? I said, yeah, if there's not enough coolant, it's not going to give you any air. And she opened the hood, dry.
Now, was this from information I gave you, or was this before I had my issues?
It may have been information from you, but I know it was in my head.
I just had to take part in that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, go ahead, take your W. If we need them more, we can get them.
Yes,
but no, I told them that bone dry, and I was like, it's bone dry. He didn't fill up the coolant? That's dangerous to be driving with no coolant in the car.
Yeah, you overheat your engine, you start fucking things up. Which is why I was continuously pouring coolant in mine for 2 years.
But that ended, she rear-ended some guy, and the front of the car completely disintegrated, and it was totaled. She had to get rid of it. And she is still paying monthly for that car. And the excuse for it, if he came with the excuse like, hey, in the real world, you would still probably have to pay monthly for the car, I got no problems with that. You want to teach that lesson? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But legitimately, the excuse she was given was, well, they need the money. If you saw their house, the things they have, he owns his own business, and she got the excuse he cannot live without $120 a month that he wasn't making just a year ago. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. So, in the real world, when your car is totaled, the insurance company pays out whatever they deem that car is worth directly to the lender. And then you are still, of course, responsible for paying off that difference for, whatever you could still owe. So, yeah, would make sense. They need the money? No.
No, you don't.
No.
Stop it.
I'm sorry, that's not how that works. Especially if you don't need the money.
I'm not saying that they live in a mansion. I don't believe they're millionaires by any stretch of the imagination. They live well.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, she wrecked it while he was sitting on a beach on vacation. Fuck off with you need $120. Shut up. Don't. Don't sell me on that.
You can do it one way, but do it the right way. I feel like that's I want to say fake, but
It's
just
weird.
dumb.
It's
Yeah.
weird. Again, you want to teach them a real world lesson, be my guest. I get it. But like, oh, I just need the 120. You don't though. Why are you lying?
You're on the beach when this car got totaled. What do you mean you need it?
You are on vacation with your entire family. I can't do that. You know that?
That's not shit we can afford around here, man.
Speaking of, you ready for this winter that's coming this weekend?
Yeah.
I'm seeing everything. I don't know what reports you're trusting. I'm seeing everything from 3 inches of snow to over
8
a
inches?
foot of snow.
I've heard from 3 to 8. And then I've been taking a look at the weather, but of course I use Apple Weather for my main bit of information here. And just a couple days ago, it said it was going to be snowing tonight. Well, then that changed to rain and sleet. So I don't know what's happening and when it's going to happen, I guess, because I saw rain and sleet, and then now it says it's just cloudy out.
See, I'll do Apple Weather for a rough estimation. If I just want to take a peek and see what the weather might be like for the week or a day or whatever, I'll do that. But if it's weather where I'm hearing like, no, this is going to affect how you go about your day, I make sure to check multiple sites to try to get a grasp on it, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm actually was just doing, getting my radar open, because that was my other source of weather-related information.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of curious as to what that's going to be.
My lady got the all clear with her job that she won't have to work. They won't make anybody come in. So if it's snowing, she's off all weekend.
Hell yeah.
And Amazon, it's a random weekend. If it was Christmas, Amazon would make us come in.
I mean, y'all had the whole
weekend.
So y'all had the whole fucking. They're going to be here, so it's safe.
Yeah, our parking lot's okay.
Yeah. Fucking dumbasses. Yeah, no, even my radar's not showing me much besides it getting down to ridiculously low temperatures.
Yeah, well,
I think next Monday.
I've gotten told it's going to be bad, but on Saturday I hope that I get off. We already have the day planned to play in the snow with the dogs and stuff.
Nice.
Drink some hot chocolate. Might not watch a Christmas movie, but definitely like a winter type of movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be high vibes. She's going to make some chili. Amen. Amen.
Speaking of chili, I think I've got some in the freezer that I can eat. Hell yeah.
Oh, you do that too? My lady just introduced me that. She'll bag up some chili and throw it in the freezer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you save it for later.
Yeah.
My family had like a chili thing a little while back, and they've had some in the freezer for a little bit now. And I was clearing it out for my last trip.
Back whenever Tennessee did get snow, what was your go-to? Would you do the snowballs? Would you do the snowman, snow angels? What would you do first?
When Tennessee had snow, at least more regularly back in, the 2000s? Early 2000s?
Yeah. And whenever we had enough to where you could actually do some stuff with it.
Yeah, definitely early 2000s. I think around the time I remember the most significant snowfall, I didn't do much. I did go out once, and I think we did like snow angels and snowball fights. And I think we tried to do a snowman, but whatever method we were working out or however we decided to do it just wasn't going to work. So we didn't get that done. But I think snowball fights would be the most significant thing, the more of the go-to. That's usually what we did.
Yeah, we'd chuck snowballs at each other. We tried doing a snowman every once in a while, but always pretty ugly because usually we did a snowman with like maybe an inch of snow, so there'd just be
That's
grass
the
and
issue.
dirt all over it.
Yeah, that was the issue. Is because Murfreesboro's in the basin, so if you do get snow, it's not going to be much.
No,
And yeah, we had that happen. I do remember compacting the snowballs and just not aiming for the face.
come on, you gotta aim for. You gotta hide a little piece of ice in there.
If it was hitting the head, it was hitting the
that.
back of their head.
Pussy.
Hey, we had parents that would beat our ass if we fucked up. So,
I mean, you could just say you're a bad thrower.
I
was
played
aiming for
baseball
center mass.
and I was a pitcher.
Fair.
So yeah.
No, what was it? There's something that gets talked about every winter on TikTok. It goes around because TikTok is obsessed with nostalgia. It's like kids today, they'll get an update on their phone the night prior to say school is closed. You remember rushing downstairs in the morning
At
and
5
watching
a.m. watching the
At 5
fucking news and the little fucking reel at the very bottom while it listed in alphabetical order. So being in Rutherford County, you're towards the end of the alphabet. So I had to sit there through the entire thing. Yeah, I know the feeling.
just for it to say some bullshit like opening 2 hours late.
Opening 2 hours late. Yeah. I
Dude, Summer County's out. What are we doing?
Davidson County's out too. What are we doing?
Bro, this dog just laid in the floor, ass pointed at me and ripped ass. Are you kidding? What the fuck is happening tonight?
That's what my pit bull does. No,
Bro,
but I remember.
Take a look. Hold on.
Yeah.
He's up right here at the desk. Ignore the mess.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't he be more like her? She's just chilling.
Look at her.
Dog reveal. She's just chilling. My lady made this corner for when I'm working that she wants to be in here.
Mm-hmm.
And Maybell loves this corner. Sorry.
No, I just actually remembered. Sorry to go back to the snowstorm stuff. I remembered actually one really bad snowstorm that did happen. Well, I was in middle school, I want to say. So it would have been in mid 2010s, early to mid 2010s. Yeah. And I remember like watching the news the night before because it was that bad. Like I believe it was me, my mom, my stepdad at the time, and I think my cousins were over at that time as well. And we were sitting there watching the news because we saw the snow happening outside that night, and it was like opening 2 hours late. And I was like, what do you mean 2 hours late? Look outside. And then like 10 minutes later, the reel came back around and said closed. And we ended up being out of school for like almost 2 weeks for that. Yeah.
I don't recall that.
It was to the point where they were like, if y'all miss any more school, we're going to have to extend the school year. Yeah.
I remember during one of our snow days or coming back, we had a snow day that one of my teachers very much disagreed with. Mm-hmm. And it was because there was ice on a lot of the roads that school buses took.
Yeah.
So they were like, we're not sending school buses out there. So like, just cancel school, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, so I had to tell my son that he's not going to school because it's snowing. And then it was snowing lightly. And he said his son looked up at him and said, oh, so can I go get my coat and we'll go play in the snow? And he said, no, there's no snow outside. And that's basically how Tennessee is, dog.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially if you're in the public school system, I think they were the real, like, if there's like any amount of snow, you're out for the day or something now.
Really?
I think so. The last I heard, this has been like a years ago update, but it was like, yeah, if there's like any little bit of snow, like they'll cancel school for the day.
See, I would think they're getting better. Like, I was driving to pick my lady up and I saw some plowing trucks. And I'm like, oh, they're getting to it early.
Yeah, I mean, around here, the plowing trucks only hit the main roads and there's like 3 of them, so. I say that there's more than that, like 3 main roads, but you get what I mean.
I'm just really hoping that my job is just like, because if they cancel work, they'll pay you for it. They're not gonna not pay you.
Yeah, the only way I get out of work is if my internet goes out. So
I guess that's one one good luck thing about working not from home. As much as I dread getting up and going places.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't like work at this point. Because I don't want to get up and go out places, but staying home is just not depressing because I don't get depressed like that, but it's boring.
My lady has described herself in the quote a lot of people use, and that is, I fucked around and made myself important. She hates it. She hates it so much.
It's like that. I mean, I didn't have any like official position when I was at Lowe's, but after a while, when the people that had been there longer than me started quitting, I became the guy that knows everything, and I did not know everything. So I was like, why are you asking me? And they were like, well, I figured you'd know. And I was like, well, I can probably learn it, but you're learning it with me.
Dude, working in corporate America really shoots down ambition, I've learned from her. Because legit, when she got hired on as a concierge, when the first lead position opened, she was like nervous about it. And she was like, should I go for this? And I was like, yeah, you'd be great at it. That was 2 years ago. And she's constantly getting in the car talking about, I hate this job. I'm so done with this fucking job. I'm so tired. And it's just like, I've asked her because her boss's boss adores her, right? Mm-hmm. I said, well, you can take your boss's job. And she's like, I don't want that. I don't want to keep climbing this ladder and deal with the headache and bullshit that I know is at the next level. It takes a person to climb that ladder and not just be like, you know what? I'm good right here because fuck being right here.
Yeah, I've noticed, and this is like in my own state of mind too. What?
You froze for a second. I thought your camera died. My fault.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, surprisingly it didn't this time. But I've noticed, like, in my own state of mind, I don't want to hold this for too long, that like the closer I get to like being open to, you know, applying for a position higher up, the more I'm just like, I don't want to deal with all that. Because like at Sam's, I wouldn't say I had the opportunity, because I honestly probably wouldn't have gotten picked for it anyways. But people were like in my ear, like, you should probably like apply for this lead position. And I was like, yeah, I could, but then I'm running this entire department by myself, and I don't want to do that because I see them doing that, and that just looks like way too fucking much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Amazon, if you climb the ladder, then you're getting sent all over the building and on every different shift and blah, 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 blah. And not even just that. Well, I've been there long enough where people are like, why don't you get bumped up there? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. Not even like, I don't want that. B, fuck that place.
Honestly, I don't think I would mind at Amazon, specifically like at that warehouse. Because, I mean, seeing what those leads did, it wasn't like too bad. I mean, anytime we were on receive, there was always the one person that was doing forget what it's called, but she was always off to the side. You know, the one girl that had all the tattoos.
Yeah.
When I was there, they did that, or they walked around and was talking to people about their metrics, which, I mean, is its own thing. But I mean, it wasn't too bad from what I could see, at least. I don't know what all they do behind the doors, but
I mean, you do a lot better job than the guys I have now. They're like, oh, hey, what about this policy? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I don't know. You're going to have to go ask these people.
There's a point in which I don't know is either you don't want to learn or they refuse to tell you. And like, both are bad, but you should know.
Yeah.
And if you don't, that's speaking something.
I think what really killed me climbing the ladder is the other person I know that got promoted was the same guy who told me, well, why don't you buy your wife a car? You know, that guy.
It's that guy?
That guy. And when I said, by the way, I have constantly talked about paid VTO. I've constantly talked about it. And he was the one where it's like, oh, so you want free money from this place? You're not serious about your money. Like, no, I'm not serious about my money from Amazon. I'm sorry. Like,
you want free money? Yeah, from $1 trillion company? Sure. I'll take free money.
$1 trillion company that they're pushing VTO that you have to take. It, like, not that you have to take, but you have to take it. That's why it's there. People have to take it.
Or it's going to turn into involuntary time off. Which my job does.
Which is bullshit. But same guy. Bootlicking dickhead who doesn't know what the real world is. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Okay.
He just doesn't know what the real world is yet.
Doesn't seem like it. Just buy her a car. Just buy her a car.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, you tired of being poor? Just make some money. Stop buying so many lattes. Oh, I want a house. Go buy it.
Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. Buy a house.
Yeah. Just go buy it. Just walk up to the person and say, I want your house. It can't be that hard.
Yeah. And on that note, following that sound advice, it's been an hour.
That was the podcast. Make sure to like, rate, and share, especially rating, especially sharing. Z, what's a rating these people could leave?
I'm glad these guys finally picked up with the times and they just said, go make some money. If you're broke, just go make some money.
Go get the money. Go get the money.
Hey.
Go get the money. Go get the money. But if somebody comes up to you, well, sharing is very important. Click the crooked arrow, share to whatever platform you want to share on, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to do, Twitter, whatever you want to do, share it to those platforms. Or if someone comes up to you at work and says, yo, this place reeks. I'm trying to invigorate myself. I'm trying to re-up, stay in times with what podcasts I should be listening to. Z, what do they say?
Well, you tell them to head on over to the boys, Jackie and Z, over at Red Light Homies, where you keep the freshest, you keep the fittest, and you got the best podcast around.
Well, maybe not the fresh and fit. This was the homies, Jackie and Z.
That's me.
See you next Monday.
So.
Rolling up a little bit of pie. Rolling with some shit that's fine. Fine shit hard on a 9. I'm rubbing on the tabs on the spine. Rolling through in the 8. Wake up, be on the grind. Serving at 6:15. Serving in the 615.